Imagine this. Adi Shankaracharya is walking through the forest, the Divine Mother herself following behind him. All he has to do is not turn back. Just keep walking. But then, silence. The sound of her anklets stops. And in one moment of doubt, he turns around. That single glance would change everything. Welcome back! Today, we're revealing the true story of Mookambika Temple, a tale of divine conditions, broken promises, and a goddess who splits her presence between two temples for the sake of her devotees. This is a story most people don't know. Let's begin. Our story begins with terror. A demon named Mookasura had become invincible through years of penance. The gods were powerless, but his boon had one weakness. He could only be defeated by a virgin goddess. Goddess Parvati manifested as Mookambika, the divine mother in her most fierce form. At Kollur in the Western Ghats, she confronted him. The battle was legendary. The earth trembled, the skies darkened, and with one decisive strike, she silenced the demon forever. Mooka means silent. Ambika means divine mother. She is the one who destroys evil and protects dharma. And at this sacred spot in Kollur, Karnataka, her divine presence remained, radiating power through the ages. Centuries later, in the 8th century, a young spiritual genius from Kerala named Adi Shankaracharya was traveling across India, reviving Hindu philosophy and establishing temples. While journeying through the Western Ghats, he felt an overwhelming divine presence. Following this call through dense forests, he reached Kollur, the exact spot where goddess Mookambika had defeated Mookasura. There, in deep meditation, he experienced a direct vision of the goddess herself. She appeared to him in all her glory, the embodiment of Shakti, the cosmic energy that powers the universe. Overwhelmed with devotion and love, Shankaracharya had one deep wish: to take the Divine Mother to his homeland of Kerala so his people could experience her divine grace. And here's where the story takes an extraordinary turn. The goddess agreed. She was willing to come to Kerala with him, but she had one condition, one sacred test. Shankaracharya, I will follow you to Kerala, but you must not turn back to look at me during the entire journey. No matter what happens, no matter what you hear or don't hear, you must keep walking forward with complete faith. Shankaracharya agreed. He began the long journey from Kollur toward Kerala, the goddess following behind him. As she walked, her divine anklets chimed with each step, a sweet celestial sound that filled him with joy and reassurance. The gentle rhythm of her anklets told him she was there, following him home. But then, somewhere along the path, something happened. The sound stopped. Silence. Shankaracharya kept walking. 1 step, 2 steps. But the silence grew louder than any sound. Doubt crept into his mind. Why can't I hear the anklets? Is she still there? Has something happened? The uncertainty became unbearable, and in one fateful moment, he turned back. The instant he looked behind him, time seemed to freeze. There stood goddess Mookambika, her divine form radiant, but her expression filled with infinite compassion and gentle sadness. Shankaracharya, she said softly, you have broken your promise. You turned back. Your faith wavered. Shankaracharya fell to his knees, overcome with remorse. Mother, forgive me. My human doubt overcame my devotion. The goddess smiled, because a mother's love is greater than any broken promise. I will not come to Kerala as you wished. I will remain here, at this spot where you turned back. This will be my principal abode, Mookambika Temple. But then she made a divine promise that would echo through millennia. However, for the people of Kerala, for your homeland, I will be present every morning at Chottanikara Temple. From dawn until noon, I will receive my Kerala devotees there. And for the rest of the day, I will be here at Mookambika, available to all who seek me. One goddess, two temples, a divine presence split across geography so that no devotee would be without her grace. Shankaracharya established the magnificent temple at Mookambika, installing not a statue but a sacred Sri Chakra, 9 interlocking triangles representing the cosmos itself. Behind it, a golden line representing the goddess, flanked by Shiva and Vishnu, showing that all divine forms are one supreme reality. Today, over 1,200 years later, this divine arrangement continues. Devotees visit Chottanikara Temple in Kerala during morning hours and Mookambika Temple in Karnataka throughout the day. The same goddess, the same grace, two sacred spaces.